Do you know why, in the very beginning, Hun Tiandi did not directly send the clan's Du Sant experts to purge Xiaoyan and seize the Tuoshi ancient god's jade, but instead chose a roundabout path to annihilate the Spirit Clan, Stone Clan, and Yao Clan, forces that were not only more troublesome but also part of the 8 ancient clans? Could it be that all of this happened simply because the subordinates of the Hall of Souls deliberately concealed the truth? The fact is that at that time, neither the Xiao clan nor Xiaoyan held any significance in the eyes of Hun Tiandi. Even after his journey to the ancient wasteland region, when Xiaoyan returned to the Falling Star Pavilion to go into seclusion, and directly broke through to a 7-star Do Sant instead of a 1-star, Hun Tiandi merely smiled with disdain and uttered a casual praise, "Not bad, some talent." For in his eyes, Xiaoyan was nothing more than an ant, perhaps a slightly larger one, but still completely unqualified to pose any real threat to him or to the Hun clan. So why was he so absolutely confident? Let us first look at the overall strength of the Hun clan. At the very peak of the pyramid of power stood Hun Tiandi, a peak 9-star Do Sant possessing a soul at the Emperor realm, a soul that has reached the Do Emperor level. Behind him stood Void, Swallowing Flame, Shu Tunyan, once an early 9-star Du Saint, and also one who possessed an Emperor tier soul. Void Swallowing Flame ranked second on the Heavenly Flame ranking, and had once taken human form to assist the Hun clan. Although his cultivation had declined after the earth-shattering battle against Gu Yuan 1,000 years ago, the entire grand plan of Hun Tiandi was still built around this very being. Furthermore, the Hun clan also commanded 4 resurrected beings, revived through a unique secret technique, Hunyuan, Huntian, Hunqian, and Hunyao, each possessing terrifying strength at the 8-star Du Saint level. Beneath them stood the 4 demon saints of the Hun clan, 4 mighty experts, all at the late stage of 7-star Du Sant. Even the clan's foremost alchemist, Hun Shuzi, was a 7-star Du Sant himself. The Hall Master of the Hall of Souls, Hun Mishing, was an early 5-star Du Sant, while the Hunmo Old Man of the clan had reached the late 5-star Du Sant level. The Vice Hall Master of the Hall of Souls was also a late 3-star Du Sant. In addition, the number of lower-ranked Du Sants in the Hun clan exceeded 10. With such a formidable lineup, even if the remaining 6 ancient clans were to unite, they would still struggle to withstand their might. Take the Yao clan as an example. Their strongest combatant was Yao Dan, the clan leader, a 7-star Du Sant, along with a remnant soul of Yao Di, the medicine emperor, whose power was equivalent to that of an 8-star Du Sant. The 2 elders Yao Wan Gui and Yao Wan Huo were only at the 4-star and 6-star Du Sant levels respectively. As for the Lei clan and Yan clan, their 2 clan leaders, Lei Ying and Yan Jin, were both late-stage 8-star Du Saints. The Gu clan, on the other hand, stood slightly above them, led by Gu Yuan, a peak 9-star Du Sant, who possessed a soul at the Emperor realm equal to that of Hun Tiandi himself. Beneath him were the 2 Black-star kings, each at the 8-star Du Saint level, the 3 immortals of the Gu clan who had reached the 7-star Du Sant level, and the Elder of the South Sea who was a 4-star Du Sant. The other low-ranked Du Sants in general were insignificant, for in the final stage of such battles they merely served as cannon fodder. As for the Stone Clan and the Spirit Clan, since they were not described in detail in the novel, they became the first victims of the Hun clan's extermination campaign. Judging by the principle of eliminating the weak first, it could be inferred that the strength of these 2 clans was likely even inferior to that of the Yao clan. Despite commanding such a powerful force, Hun Tiandi acted with the utmost caution. Why did he not eliminate Xiaoyan first, but instead quietly wiped out the Spirit Stone and Yao clans? If this story ignited your passion, remember to like and subscribe, so that our flame of storytelling may never fade. The first reason lies in this. In Hun Tiandi's eyes, aside from the Tuoshi ancient god's jade that was almost within Xiaoyan's grasp, there was nothing else about the young man worth exploiting. Furthermore, the Hun clan, since ancient times, already carried a criminal record. Their schemes and betrayals had long made the other clans wary. If Hun Tiandi were to make a move against Xiaoyan first, whether there was evidence or not, all suspicion would inevitably fall upon him. The irreconcilable enmity between the Hun clan and Xiaoyan was already common knowledge throughout the Central Plains. If merely to seize the Tuoshi ancient god's jade, he caused the other ancient clans to unite and turn their blades toward him, then the price for such recklessness would clearly be far too great. The second reason, and also the most crucial one, originated from a bloody lesson known as Xiao Xuan. Years ago, within the Heavenly Tomb, Xiao Xuan used the bloodline of his entire clan to forcibly attempt a breakthrough to the Dao Emperor realm. Although he ultimately failed, his strength had skyrocketed to an astonishing level. This very event made Hun Tiandi realize that there might be another path to advance into the Dao Emperor realm. He believed that if no one had interfered at that time, or if the number of people possessing the Dao Emperor bloodline had been large enough then, that path could have indeed succeeded. From that very moment, a heaven-shaking conspiracy was conceived by Hun Tiandi. He established the Hall of Souls to secretly harvest and collect souls all with the singular purpose of elevating the soul of void, swallowing flame, Shu Tunyan, to the emperor realm. Once the plan was set in motion, Hun Tiandi exploited the devouring ability of void-swallowing flame to silently erase both the Stone Clan and the Spirit Clan without the other ancient clans ever realizing it. Through this, he not only seized the Du Emperor bloodline, but also obtained fragments of the Tuoshe ancient god's jade, clearly refraining from moving against the insignificant Xiaoyan, who would only complicate his grand design, was a far wiser move. Unfortunately, when the Han clan launched its attack on the Yao clan, Xiaoyan happened to be present there. The Yao clan paid a devastating price. Countless clan members self-detonated, allowing Xiaoyan to escape with a portion of the clan's elites to the Gu clan. From that point onward, Hun Tiandi's true ambition was completely exposed, but by then it no longer mattered. Seizing the opportunity when Gu Yu and the Lei clan and the Yang clan were holding a meeting to discuss their countermeasures, Hun Tiandi personally led his army to attack and successfully seized the ancient god's jade. The final fragment of the Tuoshe ancient god's jade, which remained in Xiaoyan's possession, was later used to exchange for his father Xiaozhan at the Burial Heaven Mountain Range. Even when Xiaoyan had reached the level of a 7-star Du San and attained a soul of Emperor realm through the aid of Xiaoshuan, he was still never regarded as a genuine threat in Hun Tiandi's eyes. After all, the Han clan alone possessed 4 experts at the 8-star Du Cent level. If one could not handle him, then all 4 could strike together. Surely that would be more than enough, would it not? Moreover, the Han clan also had Hun Tiandi himself, as well as void-swallowing flame. Yet what Hun Tiandi could never have imagined was that, even after he successfully obtained the Emperor-grade pill from the Tuosh ancient mansion and used the bloodlines of the ancient clans to advance toward the Do Emperor realm, the one person he had always dismissed as an Aunt Xiaoyan was in fact the true heir of the ancient god Tuosh's legacy. Within merely half a year, Xiaoyan leapt from a 7-star Du San straight into the realm of a Do Emperor. It must be understood that within the realm of the Du San, each advancement by a single star represents a long and arduous journey. Countless cultivators have been trapped at one level for the rest of their lives, unable to progress until death. Even when things had reached this point, Hun Tiandi still possessed one final trump card, the divine technique Emperor Slaying Blood Reversion, Shentong Zandi Guixueren, a forbidden art passed down from the ancient era. However, this ultimate technique was effortlessly shattered by the eternal ancient flame chain, a divine flame forged from the fusion of 22 heavenly flames gathered by Xiaoyan. With the identity of the heavenly flame, Du Emperor Xiaoyan commanded all the flames under the heavens, and with that authority he sealed Hun Tiandi for eternity. From that moment on, an era of unrivaled dominance came to an end. A once proud sovereign of heaven and earth was forever extinguished. And yet perhaps the final words of Xiaoyan were the true fatal blow that made Hun Tiandi wish he could smash his head against the wall in despair. The man who had taken only 37 years to ascend to the Du Emperor realm mocked the 1,000-year-old sovereign who relied on pills and external aids, saying that his doqi was somewhat hollow and impure. Indeed, no matter how cunning or powerful Hun Tiandi was, he could never overcome the radiance of fate surrounding Xiaoyan, the one and only protagonist blessed by destiny. If this story ignited your passion, remember to like and subscribe, so that our flame of storytelling may never fade.